Boom. Boom, boom.
My man, what's going on, Eddie?
Just fucking here to ready to do this Eddie GTV.
Eddie GTV.
Yeah, yeah. Yo,
I
for those tuning in, we got us two right here. We got Spade the Child that will be joining us right soon. But yeah, so I decided to do something different like for a couple episodes and get some people together and kind of like because I remember having the podcast before and just having like when you're doing interviews, it's very like about the person. It's not like some like I like to have some clips about some random shit, like
yeah.
they talk about some like because I talk about life, man. Like like not everybody's gonna relate to like the music stuff all the time, and like us talking about like the people that do like awesome, like fucking but like there's a lot to life, right? So yo,
Yeah.
like we'll start off the first one that I have written down. I'm like me, I'm very good. I'm very fluent in talking drunk, like different levels of drunk. When I'm talking to different people, I'm really good at like, understanding them. I'm like when people are like shit faced drunk, I'm like, yeah, I got you. You think that's like a talent of yours or what?
Is it a talent of mine? I
Yeah,
First of all, I gotta say thanks for having me on and not talking about
yeah,
music because it gets real hard to talk about yourself, right?
for sure, for sure.
But then you meet those people when they're shit faced drunk. All they want to do is talk about their shit and everything they're doing, right? So
Yeah,
I don't have as much patience to deal with that as maybe you do, because people just start talking and they're going on it like I'm drinking to escape from my problems, not take yours on. You know what I mean? Like I'm out to have a good time, and when you get these drunk people all like they start getting all emotional and shit, and trying to put their
oh, yeah,
baggage on me, man.
I'm saying like it's when you're good friends, you're having a good vibe. But like he's done like a little bit like one too many shots, and you start talking about like, but you're still having a good time with him. Like where you're like, yo, dude, like me, like I'm still catching. Everybody else is like, yo, what the fuck's he saying?
Yeah, no, I think I'm on it, but you got to be on that vibe because if you're not on that vibe, you got to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to
Oh,
leave your boy hanging, but if he's talking some nonsense and shit, and you're not like, like I wasn't prepared for this, man. I don't know what's going on. So you either get on the vibe or you get out. Really, that's my stance.
for sure, for sure, definitely. Yeah, but like yeah, like that's like I could actually be like a translator for drunk people. I think like I think that could actually be a job of mine.
Yeah, man, as long as you don't end up being like a mediator, you don't want to like get in the middle of some crazy shit, but you don't want to be like an instigator so much, but you could be like the facilitator, right? Like you could really take the conversation where these people didn't even know they were going, right? Because they're already in this mood and you can just take it to like some next level. You can start getting information out of these people that they weren't willing to share 20 minutes ago.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. So like another topic I got is like I fucking hate when people fucking don't pick up their dog shit. I like I'll be walking to the store, and I'll be just like and like me like lately when I'm walking I'm trucking it like I'm going wherever I'm going, so I'm laser focused. I'm like boom, I'm going, and sometimes I look at the sidewalk very like I'm like so I sometimes I just miss it. I'm like oh shit, there's fucking shit there like fucking you know
Yeah, but there's nothing more thrilling than that close call, right? No one wants to step in the shit, but when you almost step in the shit, like it feels so good when you miss, right? It's so
bro for sure.
rewarding. No one else has to witness that. That's a personal win. That's like
Bro.
that's like when you're golfing and you get that birdie.
Yeah.
Like that's on you. It feels so good. It's like when you just miss that shit. It's like surviving an accident on the 401. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like to put it like that, like yeah, like those are exciting moments, but like man, I just rather just like not have it there.
Yeah, I think I look up. Like I do look at the view when I'm walking. I'm also a bit of a shoegazer though. I think growing up with fending for myself a little bit, and it took a little while till we got settled and had a better life and stuff. Like I was looking for like a free stick of gum, 25 cents to buy some gum. So I got used to looking at the ground. So I guess you could say I'm like a shit dodger. That's helped me out in life. Like I've dodged a lot of shit coming at me and stuff, but
For sure.
yeah, no, I definitely know what you're saying, and yeah, there's no better moment than dodging that shit. Like it definitely beats when you're buried in the sand at the beach and a seagull gets you, and there's nowhere you can go, and it's just like getting hit by a bomb, right?
Yeah, like I actually remember like this is probably like 2 years ago now. I was going to the bank and and I come out of there and I took out like the last little bit of money in my account. I literally had nothing else in my account. I just took out the last little bit of money just to like kind of like buy a couple groceries for the last couple days before payday, right?
Right.
And I'm walking over to the grocery store and I look down and like literally a block away from the bank, boom, there's $100 bill like in front of another bank. I was just like, picked that up. I was like, oh shit. Looked around, like nobody's even like looking at me. I'm like, shit, I just got $100 bill.
That's
Just
good
looking
karma,
down,
man.
just looking
That's
down,
good
man.
karma. But life works like that too, right? I can't say I've ever had like found $100 bill, but I've definitely had some times where I was like down to like my last little bit of change. And no lie, I'm not making this up. I totally remember having like, pulling in money. It was like my last 20 bucks. Forgot to take it from the machine, right? Went back, gone. A couple days later, there was a $20 sitting in the machine I went up to. You know what I mean? I pulled it. It was a Max Milk for sure. Totally remember. Looked around, no one else in the store. I took it, but you know what? Like, it's funny how the world evens out like that. I've never had like $100 bill just like fly up on me like a
Yeah,
plastic
literally
bag from Simple Mind or anything. But
like literally you know how they put all the banks in the same areas and shit like that. So like I was leaving one bank and I was passing by another one and it was like right in front. Nice crispy fucking like you can tell it came right out of the bank like fucking nice
yeah,
crispy fucking $100 bill just sitting there. I was like bang, boom, bud.
well,
And
it
then
was
I was
that
walking the
crispy, man. It might have fell out of a bag on a getaway or some shit. Like you caught the tail end of like a bank robbery. You know what I mean?
grocery. And then I left there and stepped in shit. Like what the fuck? But like yeah, when like
That's karma again. It's
yeah,
life even you right. Here's your $100. Here's your $100 bill. Here's a pile of shit. Deal with it.
right, right, like but for me like man like when like I actually think I have some nice pair of kicks. So it's like when you step in that shit and you gotta like fucking wash that shit out and it's it's not a good situation.
Yeah, and then you got to use your toothbrush because you got to get
Yeah,
in all those little cracks, and then you need a toothbrush. And yeah, man, there's a lot of work that goes into it. And man, God forbid if you ever forget to throw that toothbrush out when you're done, you know. But regardless how clean you get them, you still got to leave your shoes sitting outside for like 2 3 days, right? Because the smell doesn't go away. They look clean, but they're not clean.
yeah,
It's like that.
yeah.
It's like that kid at school who swears he showers, but he doesn't. Maybe he does, but he
Right.
definitely doesn't clean the clothes. He might shower, but he still puts on the same socks and underwear he had on the day before. You know what I mean? So it's pointless.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like yeah, yeah. Like man, like I bet you like a lot of them shower. Like they're like, well, I'm clean. Yeah.
Get dirty again. Where's Spade at, man? Where's this guy?
Right.
He's still what's he caught up in traffic or what's he doing? Because it's funny how the world works, right? Like Spade, like I don't know him that well, but I know him and his music and everything, and then we just like connected all not all that long ago, and just kind of couple words back and forth, and then just like that, there's that karma thing again. We're on an episode together. I'm like, man, the world, how it connects is just crazy, man.
Oh, for sure, for sure. He messaged me and said he was going to be 10 minutes late, so he should be in here like any minute, any minute.
Yeah.
Let me see. Send another. Yeah, he should be in here any minute. So yeah, so like yeah, so like definitely like so what we covered so far is like I feel like I could be like a drunk translator, and I hate stepping in shit.
Yeah. real life issues, man. We all go through it, right? We got to learn how to deal with it. I'm not going to say it helps us grow and be better people, but it definitely helps us. I don't know, get through some tough times, right? We can just laugh about that stuff a little bit because I don't know about you, when that stuff happens, I'm pretty pissed off, man. So it's like a moment to learn like self control, right?
For sure, for sure. Like I actually like I ever dropped my phone. I was on the way to work, right? I got a nice crack in it. Um, and I remember picking, and I was like, fuck, like I was just like pissed because like I just dropped my phone. I put a nice crack in it, and I was going to work, and I was just like, and then like on the way there, I just kind of like got like a realization. I was like, okay, like why am I gonna keep on being mad about this when there's nothing I can do about it? It's already cracked. I just
Right.
have to move on. Like for something like to be mad at, like, and I can actually make a change. Okay, like let's stay passionate and I can make the change. But like me being mad about me dropping my phone and getting the crack in it, I was like me being mad isn't gonna make it uncracked.
No, it's
You know,
not. But
you know what I'm saying? So like and also like I realized that and another time like I said like the same day almost like I was like I was saying did like when people say they actually had a bad day, it's like, did you have a bad day or did you have a bad moment and you let it linger to become a bad day?
that's good perspective, man. And yeah, I think, oftentimes things are never as bad as they feel in the moment, right? Because
Oh, for sure.
we've all been through like a lot of life events. No matter what it is, it may not even compare to somebody, but that's just their feeling. To you, it's a lot. Like we've all gone through things. We have. There's adversity in everyone's life,
But
and it's
definitely
it's how you learn to deal with it. And those moments make you stronger. But yeah, you're right. I think no matter what we're faced with, no matter what gets thrown at us, we all overcome it. And when you look back, it's like, oh, it wasn't such a big deal. Why we don't learn to embrace that in the moment?
right.
You know what I mean? I think we do the older we get, right? But you're talking about
True.
broken phones and whatnot. I have a son. He breaks phones. You
Yeah.
go get him a new phone while the old phone's not paid off. Then he breaks that one, and then it starts to add up. So there's a point in time where I think it's okay to get pissed off. It's pretty annoying. I don't take it out on them. Well, you got to deal with it, whatever. But you know,
For
those
sure.
things happen. But, you know,
I don't know. For me, like man, like things are changed now. Like man, like kids are getting like cell phones so early. I remember for anything like that. Like man, my parents were like, yeah, like we're supplying you food. Like you have a roof over your head. You got food. Like anything else
yeah,
is extra.
yeah,
Oh, you want a phone? You better go get a job or get a paper route or get something going,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if a paper route is gonna pay for like a $600 iPhone these days.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
I don't even know who still gets the newspaper.
that's true. Yeah.
So I don't know if they're making money.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know. When's the last
like
time you read a newspaper? I used to like the quality of a paper, but the thing's huge, man. You need like you need like a huge area to like read this thing, and like the paper that it's falling over. It's crazy to me.
yeah, definitely. I'm not a fan of like the whole like, big ass newspaper thing. But I remember a buddy at work used to bring in I think it was the Sun every day. We used to look at the breakfast menu on the back, but like that- that's about it for for newspapers. You know.
Yeah, print media is it's just a dying thing, and to be honest, I don't like reading. I'll read. I don't like a lot of words. I like pictures. I was a
Yeah.
picture guy. I'd rather make up my own story. Give me a book with some pictures, and I'll just write an English report on what it is. And I would get some stuff back. It's like, did you actually read the book? No, man, but this is a creative assignment. I made my own story, right? Like, whatever.
There's there's some. Okay, so yeah, I don't know where this guy is at. We're just running through these topics. So so, like I actually like me like the reason why like I've got so big over the years is big thing is like craft dinner. I love that shit. But I had to try like the new the Cheetos the Cheetos is like doing like their own macaroni thing. Oh, hold on,
Yeah,
we got
they got like three different boxes. It's like a green and there's like
we
an
got
orange box. I haven't had it, but go on.
we got them right here. Boom, boom. Big the shadow.
Yo,
What up? What up?
what's good? What's good? My bad, gentlemen. My bad, yo. Crazy day, crazy
Yeah,
day.
you're just in time. I'm really happy you joined because there was no topics given out before this thing started, and I knew this man was going to try and catch us off guard. And I need a little help, man. I need someone to bail me out because he's just firing it at me, and I'm getting.
You're taking all the shots
man.
so far.
All right, so yeah,
All
So,
good, all good.
We've talked about stuff in his shit. We've talked about dealing with drunk people. I'm not drunk now, but it's driving me to drink. I really don't know. I'm trying to get through this thing, but and now we're on dinner.
Oh, word.
Spade, here's a little recap. Okay, so we started off with being, I was saying that I'm very fluent in drunk. Like different friends that have been like super drunk and nobody else can understand them. I'm like, yo, I got you, bro. Like, I can hear that shit. Like,
You got the sixth
definitely.
sense.
Do you think you're like your skills are up on that or what?
Oh shit, I don't know. To be honest, I used to have that sixth sense, but I cut down on the drinking. Ironically, cheers. But yeah, no, I mean, I cut down on the drinking a lot lately. But yo, before, man, I was like, I could speak that language. You know, if we're both drunk, I just look at you and we're like, all right, you know what I mean? And we have a mutual understanding.
Yeah, I sometimes like words don't even need to be said. It's like the look, like yeah.
You're just like, yeah, and then you go outside like just out of intuition, and there's a blunt being passed around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, definitely. Like the blunt though is definitely like the head nod. Like like the head nod is like yo, like blunt's so easy to tell when you're drunk and you try to tell somebody, hey, it's pretty good. Like,
it's easy. You're just like, all right. There's like hand signals. It's like it's almost like being deaf when you're so drunk to an extent, and you just start speaking sign language to people, and you're like,
Definitely, I definitely have parties too when like the music's going on and you're drinking. Like hand signals are key. Like yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely. So like yeah, we also talked about like me, I actually hate when people leave their dog shit places.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, like I'm seriously hoping like if you have a dog, you're not leaving the shit out here.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, I don't have a dog, but yeah, I mean, the signs are everywhere. You know what I mean? If the dog poop, you gotta scoop. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You can't have your dog shitting up on people's lawns and shit. If you want your dog to go shit up on your lawn, whatever, that's do it in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's even a bylaw about having a shitty front yard to a certain extent, like a literal shitty front yard. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, but we've all seen that person. The dog shits, and they're like, and their dog.
Yeah, they look or they got the shifty eyes. If they got the shifty eyes with the dog, you know that dog's shitting somewhere on somebody's lawn.
Like definitely, and if you're actually close enough to the person, you just go, pick that up or what?
You got to give them the hey, like hey, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing over there. And then you give them the drunk hand signals like.
Definitely. So yeah, definitely. And that's pretty much where we were at. We went to. And the next thing I was going to bring up is I want to know craft dinner. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not? How do you feel about craft dinner?
I like craft dinner. I think craft dinner is a childhood staple. You know, I'll still eat it now, not as much maybe. You know what I mean? But I dig it. I dig it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good. I think we all embrace it. I get a little worried when people start trying to get creative with it, trying to turn it into something gourmet, something it's not. Just because you put hot dogs in it or like put breadcrumbs on it, it doesn't make it better, man. It still tastes good, but it's not gourmet, you know?
It still came out in that craft dinner box, you know what
Actually,
I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, like this is a fat kid move. But recently, Wendy's came out with those Pringles, the Wendy's Pringles. So I had a little bit of those, and I was making craft dinner, and I had like some chicken that I had cooked up from earlier, like some piece of chicken breast. So I kind of that up a little bit smaller, and I put it in with the craft dinner, and I put a little bit of those chips. Oh man, and in that moment, I felt gourmet. I don't care if anybody else thinks it was gourmet, but I'm living life.
That's some cooking with Eddie G right there, man. But that's a functional cooking with Eddie G.
But like those, you know, the deep fried KD bites, the breaded ones that are deep fried. You ever had that? Yeah, it's like craft dinner inside.
I don't know.
Inside of like a.
Oh, yo, actually, yeah. I've had that at someone's wedding one time. They had that as like an appetizer. I thought it was like a jalapeno popper or something. I bit into it. I was like, holy shit, goddamn.
So what was the main course of that wedding? If that's your appetizer, was it like hot dogs? Like, what was the main course?
No, shit. Honestly, like, I can't remember, but they had all kind of random ass appetizers, but they were all good. It was shit like you wouldn't think of, like, you know, craft dinner and the popper and I don't know what else, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually new to me. Like I never actually tried something like that. It's crazy. But I actually bring this up to like the craft dinner thing because like I'm a big craft dinner fan. But I tried the Cheetos one, like Cheetos did their macaroni one. They have the box. And
oh, word! I think I seen that.
I was actually mixing up the sauce, like the powder. No matter how much I mixed it up, there was like chunks of it that wouldn't break up. I was like, you know, like I was like, man, like there's like fucking little powder fucking chunks throughout this whole thing. Like, I was like,
it's like a Campbell's chunky
yeah, it's
soup.
like, man, I'm here for my review on it. I actually give it like a 2 out of 10.
Did you read the instructions though, or did you just assume you knew how to make it? Like maybe you had to turn the cheese sauce into a roux before you got it in the pan, right?
Actually, you know what? You know what? I've never actually read the craft dinner box, so I assume that I never read this box either. Because I've never actually read the side of the craft dinner box. Like I made a million boxes, but never actually read the side of the box.
You're just going off feeling.
You have to,
That's a soul food craft dinner right there. Be straight from the heart. No instructions.
It's definitely it's a look at the noodles size. You're like, okay, boom, you just know.
Damn, yo. So you're like, you've got it down to a science now. You can eyeball that shit. If someone's like, yo, give me 2 grams of craft dinner, you're just reaching in the bag and I
remember when I was younger, my mom's like, yo, you like this shit enough? Like, you have to learn how to cook it. Because, like, me and I said, Mom, can I have craft? She's like, yo, you can, but you got to cook it. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do it. She's like, oh, I'll teach you. And then, like, she's like, the box? Like, you just threw the box right out. I actually got it from my mom. Like, she was like I never actually read the box. So.
2 grams of craft dinner, that's like a literal dime bag. Like 10 cents.
of mac and cheese. You got fiends lining up around the block for that. Like, yo, I got a fresh pot.
So I had a roommate. That I move in with this guy. He's never cooked before, and then he's like gonna learn to make craft dinner. Never even made craft dinner. He's like, "Can you show me how to make this?" I'm like, "Dude, just make it. Follow the instructions." So he follows the instructions to a T, except for draining the water. And I'll never forget, man. He's like, "Why does it look like soup?"
Oh shit.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds nasty. Like some watery ass crap dinner right there.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. So here's another one. Okay. So like I actually think this is like a pretty good scenario. So if you know like the werewolf, like the thing is like a werewolf return and a werewolf at like 12 o'clock. So where would you be like if it was like maybe it was like 10 o'clock, you got time to get somewhere. Where would you be for when you turn into a werewolf?
Damn, son. Well, I mean, are we going off like you transform at 12, or are we going off you got to see the full moon though? Because then if that's the case, you got to be outside, right?
Okay, yeah. So like no, I'm saying at 12 o'clock, like you change.
Shit, man. I'd probably go to a club. I'd probably because then I'd be hungry after, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a sick individual like that, man. I go where the most people are, because if I was a werewolf, I'd want to eat the people, you know what I'm saying? So get the fuck out of the way if you see me, you know what I'm saying? Also, coincidentally, I just finished watching the other day American Werewolf in London, so you know what I mean? You hit it right on the vibe right there. I was looking for some other werewolf media to watch, you know what I mean? But I guess there's not a lot of good stuff out there, to be honest.
Classic right there, but yeah.
There's that Being Human show, which is the scenario you talked about.
Oh
yeah,
like
a random guy. I don't really watch it, but he like locks himself up so he doesn't hurt anybody. But you're right. You got to eat, man. You got to eat. You got to go where the most people are. You got to get the fuck out of there before you change back, man. Otherwise, there's going to be people hunting you after, you know?
Yeah, they'll fuck you up after, straight up. You know? That was the thing in the movie too. The guy was like getting visited by his dead friend, because they had a rule where if you get killed by a werewolf, you don't leave the earth. You stay in like limbo. So this guy was like, if you're the werewolf, you got to kill yourself, and everyone you killed will get to go to heaven or hell or whatever. So, and this guy couldn't accept the fact that he was turning into a werewolf and killing people. So he's like, maybe I should kill myself. Me personally, I just keep eating people, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Me, yeah, you made a good point. Like, you don't want to go to a place that's like 2-pack, but you want to get like it's almost like meal prepping, like knowing like a big enough area where like you can get all those people and just get away. So you have to like really kind of like pick out like your like maybe go to like a small town bar or something like that, you know? where you can crush like 10 people and just like be good.
True. I said the club too because it'll be dark, so you can't really see. So if I turn back, you know what I mean, I can just get out of there quick. No one really, they're like, what the fuck's going on? The lights are flashing. You know what I mean? Music's loud.
Well, yeah,
it's a pretty fucked up conversation we're having. Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Speaking of this, it kind of leads into it, but like what are you guys' favorite like horror movies?
Favorite what?
Sorry.
Very like scary movies, like horror movies. Like what are your like top one?
I actually love Scream.
Ooh.
Scream's a classic to me because it, like, as much as it caters like the young audience, it totally lays out what every single horror movie you ever watch is going to be about and how it works. Because there's a foundation to a horror movie, right? It's the same.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool how it's very self-aware, and it it makes fun of itself too, but at the same time, like, it stays like a serious movie. It doesn't turn into like a joke. That's what I liked about the original.
Yeah,
film,
and
you know what I mean?
Seth Green, perfect part to tell you how the movie's supposed to work. Love it.
Shit.
All-time favorite. Man.
Word.
Like, I love it. I like a good fun movie over like a pointless story slasher flick where you're just like torturing and stuff. I don't like that stuff, man. I really don't.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really straight up.
I want to.
Me too. I'm not. Yeah. No, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like I just like to have fun, and I'll never forget like when Blair Witch went out, I was like believing the hype and whatever, right? And we like my buddy had a pickup truck at the time, so we all piled in, and some of us had to ride in the back, right, to get down there and just lay down every time like we're on the highway or like cars are passing in case there's a cop or whatever, right? And I remember going to see Blair Witch, was obviously I was like pretty young then, it was a long time ago. Super packed. We get there and we're in like row 4, and this like camera's just shaking all over the place, right? And I was so sick. Like, and I'll never forget, like, first of all, I hate handheld movies, man. Like I can't even watch The Office. People love it, but the camera's shaking, it makes me feel so bad, right? I'll never forget it. Worst movie ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to ride in the back of that pickup the way home. I got sick, motion sickness watching that movie. I felt so dizzy. I was like throwing up inside of this like bed. And then we're on the highway, and Buddy opens up, you know, the little sliding door in the back of a pickup, right? That little tiny window. He's like, lay down, lay down, lay down. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like throwing up in the truck bed, and like we're stopping, and the peeps like rolling. And I'm just like, I'm trying to get out of the way. It's like my own horror movie, you know? But.
Damn, son. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. For me, I think for the longest time, my favorite horror movie was The Exorcist. For a very long time. That movie just scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, but it also got me interested in like demonology and shit like that, because it happens in a way where, you know, as I got older and I watched it, I was like, yo, there's something to this, and got me interested in like the Vatican and real exorcisms and that shit. Like when you look into it, is nuts, crazy shit. But recently, I would say the best horror movie I've seen is a tie for me between The Witch and Hereditary. Those are both A24 films that came out very recently. I think The Witch was 2018 or 2019. But those two really stuck with me. They were scary, they were serious, and they were really
right?
well done and well directed. So yeah, and believable too. Like I mean, to an extent, I mean, right? With the demons and shit, but it was gritty, you know what I mean? Like when Nolan made Batman, you know, when he took the superheroes and took them out from the flashiness and brought it to the real world, this is really what it felt like to me, because, you know, a lot of the times horror movies are very campy and you gotta make an exception for them, you know? But I definitely recommend these. If you're like really like serious films and serious horror, check those two out. They're scary as hell. Watch them with the lights off, you know?
Yeah, I remember being young and like watching one of the Gremlin movies. And like for basement stairs, like for a while, like when I was younger, I had a thing about basement stairs where I always like run down them like super quick, because I was like, man, somebody's gonna grab my foot, like fucking. You know, like when I was a kid, like I definitely got over it over time, but then like me playing jokes on people sometimes, I kind of like put my hand out a little bit and just fuck with people when they come downstairs.
Yeah, yo. Those dark corners up, like what really used to fuck with me when I was a kid was like a very dark corner or a mirror in the night. I don't know what it was, even till today, like a mirror at night when it's really dark.
I don't know.
It's yeah, I don't know. There's a vibe about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me too. I definitely feel a mirror in the dark is fucking creepy.
Yeah, your eyes play tricks on you, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you psych yourself out sometimes, especially if you're in that mode of like, oh shit, you know, I'm gonna see something.
Yeah, a lot of times it definitely be in your head, like you see like a little like something random, but like, you know, like you're like, oh, what was that? You overthink it, and you're like, oh shit.
You know, I have a funny story. My sister, she does like aesthetics, like hairdressing and makeup and shit. And she had this head, like a human head model that she used to do the hair on and shit. And she left it right in front of my room, like right at the top of the stairs. So like when I came upstairs one night, I just seen like a human head in the darkness. I was like, holy shit. I ducked down because I was like, yo, what the fuck? There's literally just a floating head with the long hair and shit. It looked like the Grudge, man. I almost shit my pants that time, B.
Yo, that's crazy.
There's a question at the bottom here about Saw, eh?
Oh,
What
Saw.
do y'all think of-
Oh shit, yeah, Abdul, that's my dude, Abdul Khan, man.
Yo, Saw,
Asking
Saw
about
is a
Saw.
classic. Like I think it was the first one I liked the most. Like how many they have now? Like a million.
Yeah.
The first one was a classic.
Yeah, definitely. The first one was dope.
Classic. When I
Yeah.
seen, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 where the girl goes in the needles. That's done. I'm done. Never watched another one. Made me cringe.
That's where I
I'm
stopped too. No, that's where I stopped too. Yeah, after that one, I was like, no.
I think that was the last one I saw in the cinema as well. I think I stopped after that. It got kind of repetitive, you know what I mean? Like, but the first one had a dope story and the ending was sick. Like, if they left it like that, it would have been wicked. And a new one came out too with Chris Rock, right? I haven't seen that one though. I've heard like kind of mixed reviews about it, you know?
Okay.
Number one was crazy. The key was there the whole time, you know? Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it was a scalping. Holy shit. Yeah, that was intense. Like those movies definitely like they got some creative ways of fucking people up,
sure.
you know what I mean?
For sure. Definitely. And it definitely makes you think like, man, like what would you really do to get out of situations? And, like I think that's why the concept is such a great thing because it's like it really puts you in it. You're like, man, like what would you really do to get out of it? Like, you know?
Straight up. Well, I mean, based on what we said about being werewolves, I think all of us wouldn't have a problem playing that.
Bravo 101, right?
Exactly.
For sure. So another movie thing. So like Matrix, the red pill, the blue pill.
Ooh.
Me like I'll tell my side of it. I think I'll take the red pill at first, but keep the blue pill just for when shit gets too crazy. Then I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'll take the blue pill.
Oh, word. So you're blue pilling out before these motherfuckers invade Zion and shit. You're like, R.I.P. It was fun, but
this far, you know, like while I'm out, like, oh shit, just get a little bit too hectic now. I got a blue pill out.
Yo, no, it's a hard question though. Still, like, I remember there was a point in the movie too. Morpheus asked Neo. He's like, "Yo, now that you know about this shit, would you want to take the blue pill?" You know what I mean? It's crazy. It fucks with you. I think if offered that choice, I would take the red pill. I think most people would, just out of like curiosity.
I'm just joking around about like go part way through and like but I think that's like a funny concept. You know, like you're like, oh shit, real.
Just remember, if the machines take over,
right?
If the machines take over, I know your plan. If I see you running one way, I'm coming with you. I'll be like, yo, I know where Eddie's going.
He's going to his blue pills.
Well, I'll tell 2 other people.
So like it's almost like man, like even with things in the world, like I don't want to like watch the news 24/7 and know what's going on in this country and know what's going on. So I realized like, man, this is a fucked up world. If I know everything that's going on in this world, like I'm gonna be stressed out. You know, I want to be able to enjoy this shit. Like, while I'm still here, like if I know everything in the world. And I really know everything in the world. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be like constantly overthinking the whole thing all the time.
Yeah, especially where we live, man. Where, you know what I mean, in Canada, like we're very blessed to be here. If you really know what's going on in other countries, like it's some places are really messed up places, and you know what I mean. It's like you said, it'll stress you out if you always think about it. You know what I mean? gotta acknowledge it and whatever. But yo, shit is crazy. We're lucky to be living in these times too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people say, I wish I could go back in the day, but yo, back in the day was pretty hardcore as well. You know?
Sure. Definitely, like man, like everybody's like, oh man, like man, like I remember like people used to fight back in the day. Like man, like fist fight and shit. Like man, like
yeah, man.
I hear about like bullying now. I'm like, oh man, like you can't take that. Like man, like the shit, like like that shit fucking built me to what I am. You know?
Yeah. It's a weird situation that we're in now. I find, you know what I mean? We gotta take it back to Constantinople. But yeah, man. I mean, like, yo, people used to just be fighting it out. You know, walk around with swords and guns up until whatever. Wild West, people used to have guns and shit. Even in the States, some places you still see people walking around with guns. I actually think that's a thing in Tombstone. Like in the movie Tombstone and in the actual place Tombstone, I think it's in California, they have like all these weird laws about where you can bring your gun and holstering a gun and all this shit. And yo, it's real. It's really real some places. You know what I mean?
Definitely. What was that? I just had a big brain fart. What's the original topic there? Oh, the Matrix. Red pill or blue pill?
I already said red pill.
I don't really know. I don't know which one I'd pick, and you're not gonna like this, but I'm not a huge Matrix guy, man, and I haven't seen it since it came out, to be honest. So that's.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Definitely worth a rewatch. You know, if you're interested in seeing it back. But I did that too actually recently, and it's been a good maybe like 7 years since I watched it. I did it. I think you probably seen I was doing it because you know I do my little movie reviews and shit online.
Yeah. Do you actually guys find this with some movies that like for me, if I haven't watched a movie in like 5 years, sometimes like I'll actually completely like if I haven't watched a movie once before, like I'll almost like completely forget like the whole movie, and like watching it like if I'm watching it for the second time 5 years later, it's almost like a whole new movie to me.
Yeah, I find that with some movies not really. Like some movies I'll remember like every single part. But some movies, like I'll watch it and I'll be like, holy shit, I didn't even remember this. And then some movies will grow with you. Like some movies I really liked as a kid, and then I watched them when I was like an adolescent. Then I watched them when I was like a teenager. Then I watched them as an adult. Now I'm watching them as over 25, and every time I watch it, I'm getting a different vibe off it. You know what I mean? And it means something different to me. So it's crazy, those kinds of movies. Movies like that are, you know, like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, you know, those kinds of movies. They're kind of timeless, you know?
Definitely. Like, you know, there's definitely like certain movies that have stuck with me in time, like Demolition Man. Man, like even like some of the shit to today, it's like, I just thought of this now with this whole like everybody saying like the vax versus like the non-vax. Demolition Man, it's like the people in the sewers, and there's people at the top, right? Yo, Taco Bell's gonna take over this whole shit, man. Fuck.
That's all. Every time
people started dressing.
Wesley Snipes, Taco Bell. That's it. That's the whole movie in a nutshell.
Legit, I was gonna say, people are starting to look like Wesley Snipes nowadays too, with their hairstyles and shit. You know what I mean? We're entering that Back to the Future. My battery's dying here. That Back to the Future type of era right now, and shit.
For sure,
you know what I mean?
For sure we are. Like, definitely.
Kid and Play making a comeback.
Who's that?
Okay,
What's
so
that?
so here's another topic. What is your favorite animal? Or
My
yeah,
favorite
or
animal?
it doesn't have to be like just one, or it can be like your top couple, like top like either your favorite or your top couple.
I like cats, not
You
house
go
cats,
first, my
but
dude.
big cats. You know, the cat
Like
watches, the cat stalks before it pounces. It's very calculated in its moves. I think that's very important in life. Like I always sit back, I watch before I go, really learn before I jump into something. Not too much time, but just enough that you can put that dagger in and win, And I think that that's what those big cats do. I'm talking like the
Yeah.
panther, the tiger, the lion, right? House cats, I love a house cat. They're cute, cute little kittens and shit, but they still got that jungle mentality, man. So as cute as those cats are, you get them in their house and they're walking around, they're scoping you out, man. They're trying to figure out how to take you out. Don't be mistaken. Like
Oh yeah.
you think that they love you, you love them, you think they need you. They don't, man. The dog will come to you. The dog will be loyal. That cat just looks at you. He's trying to fuck you up. Just remember that.
yeah, for sure. That right there is some real shit, man. Like dogs, man, dogs will love you. Like I'll tell a little story. I was like my mom's dog, right? So me and my mom live about 3 blocks away from each other. So like I was walking home from the grocery store maybe like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or something like that. And nice. So I walked home
For Abdul there, you know?
I got home and like maybe like 5 minutes after I got home, my mom's dog was out front like barking because I guess she was out, and I kept on pulling towards my house, and as soon as she got in front of my house, she started barking. But like, and she told me like where they were walking. I had just walked past there, so he must have caught my scent, and like it was like, oh, fucking nuts,
He was like, yo, where's the homies
Exactly.
at?
Yeah, so like dogs are smart like that, but like dogs are like one of my favorites. Like I put them top 3.
Do you have a favorite breed?
I wouldn't say a favorite breed. There's a lot of like I don't know. Dogs are pretty just dope in general.
Yeah, I love dogs too.
Word.
When you get it, dogs are awesome. I love them. But when you get it out into the wild, right? The dog has that pack mentality. They got to go get their boys to take on something. That cat's going to come in like a ninja, like Batman. Take one head at a time.
Sure.
Come in, gone, in, gone, in, gone. I put my money on the cat, man.
For sure. Oh yeah,
I don't
I've definitely seen cats fuck up dogs before. I've definitely seen some, but like me, like one of my favorite animals is the Komodo dragon. I don't know. I just watched some videos on that shit. And those things are fucking dope. And like, man, like and I feel like, and I feel my bite. If I bite somebody, man, like that's gonna have a lasting effect on people. Like the shit I do, it's gonna have a lasting effect. I'm like a Komodo dragon or fucking, like interviewing.
Straight up. Yo, honestly, I was gonna say like that's my favorite animal is the Komodo dragon.
Yeah?
Just because it's like, it's a cool ass animal. Ever since I learned about it as a kid, I was just because it's like a dinosaur, you know what I mean? And I love dinosaurs. I still love dinosaurs. I think they're fucking awesome. You know what I mean? But like that motherfucker, it bites you. It puts venom in you. Like you're gonna die if it just nicks you. You know what I mean? It hunts people. It eats people. You know what I mean? Like that's a badass motherfucker. But I would say, like a Komodo dragon and like a big cat, maybe a panther. You know what I mean? Because like it's just a crazy like cats like homie was saying, man. Cats are crazy, man. They're very smart. They can survive on their own. You know what I mean? And but one thing I gotta say about dogs that we don't really think about too much is it's crazy how dogs as a species, like most of them are genetically engineered by us humans. You know, like the natural dog is a wolf. Every other dog is just something we made through breeding. So that's kind of crazy to think about. You know what I mean? When you really get
sure,
down to it, right?
I didn't really think about it. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like they've created dogs like, you know, that they have breathing problems or they only live for a short while. You know what I mean? Like it's nuts. Imagine we were doing that with human beings. Holy shit.
They say dog's man's best friend, right? And now after you say that, it's like some lonely guy living in the basement creating like his best friend, you know?
Yeah, for real.
But like so for me, I said like I said like I mentioned top three. So like I put dogs, I put Komodo dragons, and I put eagles.
Ooh, yeah. Birds of prey. That would be my same way. But I'll switch the dog with the cat. I'd say the Komodo, the cat, and like some kind of bird of prey. Maybe a Harpy Eagle, you know? Because the Harpy Eagle too is native to Guyana, where it was from my dad's side of the family, where they're from in the rainforest there, you know? And that's I don't know if you've ever heard of the Harpy Eagle, but that's a scary ass animal. It's like 4 feet tall, and it carries away little children and shit, like who live by the rainforest. It could take humans and shit. Yeah, it's crazy. That's a crazy, scary animal,
man.
Man.
Coming into a farm and feasting on a goat and shit, right? Like.
Yeah, man, yeah. And if you see the ones in I think it's Tibet, where they actually hunt with the eagles. And the hunters let the eagles go, and like you said, they'll grab goats and sheep and all kinds of shit, you know, and they're huge. I seen Joey mention the mantis shrimp too.
But I just watched the videos of the eagles hitting the mountain goats. The mountain goats were like trying to like lean against the mountain, and like the eagles just come up and like kind of like up a little bit so they fall, and then when they fall, it just goes down.
Jeez, man, yo, but those goats are gangster too. Like those guys are standing on like 90-degree angle slopes and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That over there is dope in itself, but the eagle is like, no, fam, you ain't pulling a quick one on me.
You got the eagle versus the goat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the matchup there.
And eagles will fuck with bigger animals too. Like I actually seen a video of an eagle come down on a bear's head. And then it would scratch the eyes. The triangle would scratch for the eyes, and then it would jump up and fly and fly again. And like it would try and like kind of get like fuck with the bear's head, like land on the head. I was like, yo, eagle versus fucking bear. That's I'm like, man, like YouTube will take
crazy.
You down fucking wormhole, eh?
Fearless, great escape mechanism though.
Yeah, man, yo. You could get lost down a fucking wormhole looking at those YouTube animal fights and all that shit. You know what I mean?
For sure, I have.
It's crazy. That's the real world Pokemon right there. You know?
That's real life Pokemon right there. That's one of the best.
You know what I'm saying? You want to see Pokemon Go? Just go outside. You know what I'm saying? Go to Algonquin Park or some shit. Yeah, and those Japanese bug fights, holy fuck, dude. Yo, you know what I mean? That's crazy. I don't know if you guys seen that, but they put all these bugs in a Tupperware and shit, and make them fight like praying mantis versus spider and shit. Yo, that shit's fucked up, man. It's crazy. Again, you could tell I've gone down this wormhole as well. You know what I mean? A couple times.
Definitely. Kangaroos. You ever seen the kangaroos? Right?
Yeah, well, personally, nah, but, you know, on the internet and shit videos,
yeah. Looney Tunes, they were the boxers, man, back on that shit, right?
Kangaroo Jack motherfucker.
Kangaroo, like, go up on his tail, so they punch you and kick you at the same time. Like,
straight up, man, straight up.
It's like hands and feet on you. You know, like the whole term you heard, yo, I'm gonna put hands and feet on you. That came from the fucking, kangaroo, you know?
Crazy.
Word up. Holy shit, we got in the comments here, we got, yo, fire ants, yo, camels. Ever ride a camel? I never rode a camel. Abdul, you ever ride a camel, man? I heard a camel spit at you and shit, you know what I mean? I heard camels are assholes. Sure. But I also heard that they're a little bit better than horses. arguably. That's what the Middle Easterners say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because horses can be pricked too, right? Like horses can be pricked too.
I think maybe because the camels are better on the sand than the horses are. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like different elements, like the camel on normal ground would probably be flipping out.
Oh yeah, the camel. I don't know, something about a camel, just a camel's face that just looks like, yo, motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta convince that camel, like, hey, camel, man, I got some shit to do. The camel's like, I don't know, motherfucker, I ain't going nowhere with your ass.
He can't.
Like, you know, I don't know, I just get that vibe.
Man, that's no fun. I don't blame him for spitting at you.
I have a bias. I got a camel bias, let's say.
Well, I think too, like I think, man, like me, like if there was another species that was like, yo, I'm gonna ride on your back for a while, like I'm like, yo, no, you're not, like.
Yo.
Yeah,
for real.
Somebody like I would like, yo, get off my back, bro. Like I'm, you know, I'm trying to do my own life.
Yo, man said, who's this? Neverroot said a camel is like a Star Wars horse. That shit fucking. That's good. I like that. It's true.
For sure. Yo, boys, I gotta flex out of here, Eddie. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Chris, I gotta let you guys finish it up. I got a little bit of stuff to do. My son is over here. He was dropping down some pictures of goats and some shit emojis in the comments. I gotta go be a parent for a little bit, but it's been a great hour with you guys, man. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Bring me in anytime. I love this concept. Didn't know what to expect. I think it's been a real great time. I love not talking about my music and just being able to talk with other people about real shit. Keep it random. Because that's what makes the people smile. Big respect, Eddie G. I love you, man. Spade, it was good getting you in face to face, man, because I know we only just started kind of interacting on social media. Even though I know who you've been for a little while, keep it up. I love you guys. Peace, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Salute, man. Have a good night, man.